Please, don't be evil. So far, almost every group of Avengers within the German branch has been evil.
No, to be fair, I think it is somewhat of a stretch to call the fucking oh, great. Now my brain just blanked. The GDR fascist, same with the USSR. They did some abhorrent things, but, like, the actual defining characteristics of fascism don't really line up with what they did.
Gotcha. Alright. Alright. The Kinkus
At the
Cornelia
very
Collective.
may
Oh.
actually, let me rephrase that. They're not consistently lining up with that, is the better way to put it, I think.
Gotcha. Alright.
For example, did the USSR do some genocidal things? Yes. Was their entire goal from the get-go, like, the organization of the USSR designed around doing genocidal things? I don't think so. It's that
Gotcha.
sort of
Alright. Alright. Next group of interest. The Kinkus Cornelia Collective. The Kinkus Cornelia Collective is an active organization hostile to the Foundation that wants to achieve the release of sentient SCPs contained by the German branch Foundation. Okay. Are they gonna try and release them like the Sarmatan does, or just no?
They might want the very questionable one.
Yeah. The collective attacks sites of the German branch and frees sentient SCPs. The CC collective is led by the so-called branches and a stem. Cancus Cornelia has existed for quite some time, but revealed itself to the public only after the DE/B33 incident on the Redacted 19 Redacted. Since then, CC Collective has sabotaged several Foundation sites. It's known that the collective has contacts with other groups of interest. Foundation is aware of the collective and is trying to contain the members of Cancus Cornelia. It is not known where members of CC are currently located, but the possibility of fixed residence for its members is being considered. The origin of its members and of the collective is also unknown.
I would be leaning toward chaotic good right now.
Alright, Amen. Okay, Serpent's Hand is not mentioned in here, so.
Hmm.
Why don't we look at the groups it is connected with, though?
Well, I'll see that in a second after big description.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. The Cancus Cornelia Collective is an organization. Okay, we already know that. The recent number of its members was unknown, but it's estimated to be approximately only a double-digit number. That's a very small group.
Hmm.
The Cancus Cornelia Collective is led by so-called branches and a stem, the subject of which are so-called fruit and leaves. It is known that the branches consist of 11 different individuals, while the stem represents some kind of leader. Even if he exerts a certain guiding power, the stem is part of the branches. The fruit function as subordinates and are created by the branches. The leaves, in turn, are produced by the fruit. On the 19 Redacted incident, D/B33 occurred, thanks to which the collective successfully placed itself in the spotlight of the Foundation. All members are either abnormal or possess abnormal abilities. These are generally regarded as anomalous objects. The internal infrastructure is similar to the philosophical structure of a tree. Noteworthy are the names of the branches as well as a stem. Each member of the branches bears a name from the Sephiroth and has appropriate abilities. The stem bears the name Kether, often written as Keter. Oh. At the moment, Kether's abilities are unknown. All branches are living individuals. All members of Cancus Cornelia share a characteristic lack of emotions, although some reports suggest that an unknown number of members can imitate emotions to facilitate communication with the outside world. There are often incidents at sites in Germany caused by members of Cancus Cornelia, often resulting in a containment breach. All actions of the collective take place in Central European area, a large part of the German area, in the case of extension of this to a larger action area. MTF Unit DE22, whatever symbol that is, linked chain, specialized for the collective, is to be dispatched to contain the members. For unknown motive 032-DE, went to a site of the German branch of the Foundation and passed on a lot of the now known information about the Cancus Cornelia Collective. It is known that the collective spreads knowledge about the Foundation to the public in some groups of interest. It is not known where the members of CC are currently located. The possibility of fixed site residence members considered where the members are, as well as the collective as such, have/has come from is unknown. Okay, I'm a little bit off-put, like, where they lack emotions.
Okay.
I don't know, it just feels a little odd.
Well, I care about their actions, not their emotions or lack thereof.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Mage's Academy, I believe, is an ally of the Serpent's Hand. Day of first contact, unknown, relationship bad. Uh-oh. Description of relationship. The Mage Academy is currently not seen as hostile by the collective, since Cancus Cornelia is not directly interested in it, but more and more encounters occur. Sooner or later, there will be a confrontation between the two groups of interest.
Oh.
The Fourth Reich. Date of first contact, unknown, relationship neutral.
That's concerning.
Description of relationship. The collective has no hostile intentions against the Fourth Reich, but does not enter any alliances. Cancus Cornelia is interested in the incantation techniques of the Fourth Reich. Oh no. Section XXV. I wonder if this is supposed to be Division XXV, but translate went wrong. Data first contact unknown, relationship previously hostile. Special relationship. Cancus Cornelia was carrying out hostile procedures against the Division's XXV, trying to free to capture subjects, but often fail to find the sites of Division XXV. Okay, it is Division XXV. Early members of CC were captured by Division XXV, but out of loyalty, the collective did not pass much information on. A current member of the branch's HUD was created by Division XXV. The collective is still looking for subjects captured by Division XXV. However, Cancus Cornelia is not interested in objects left by the department. Okay, so they don't at all operate like the Serpent's Hand.
Yeah. But I also don't know if it would be fair to put them in evil. And yeah, Aderna's correct. You could call them Section 25. The main thing that's missing here is motivations.
Yeah.
Like they're freeing sentient anomalies. Why? What's their end goal?
Right.
You didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to find out myself.
It was my alarm. It's 8.
Oh.
In that case, we literally didn't hear anything.
Yeah. So I kind of... It feels off-putting that it's neutral to the Fourth Reich, as well as trying to learn its incantation techniques, which we noticed from one of the techniques they use is fucked, to say the least.
I feel like they're neutral evil. Well, that's the thing, is like, to me, freeing sentient SCPs is a like good action.
Well, it can also
I
be
At the
50.
base.
typically consider it good, but sometimes bad groups do good things with the bad things.
Also, it can be
Yeah.
50-50 with sentient SCPs, because there are certain
Why don't
sentient
we look at
SCPs that are not, should not be released, to say the least.
maybe one of the SCP articles will tell us more about them?
Yes.
682, yeah. But like the majority of sentient SCPs, I would say, are ones that are effectively just people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cactus Man is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that like seeking to free otherwise innocent people is a fundamentally good thing. That's why I was concerned about their motives. And in absence of the motives, this feels like it starts to even out.
Okay, so it's not.
Like, I'd probably be thinking something along the lines of chaotic neutral. Yeah, the highest I'll go is chaotic neutral. That's where I would be thinking. Because I think that, like, they're doing a fundamentally good thing, and absent of seeing motivations, like, we have to take that fundamentally good thing into account to place them. And I say absent of motivations because, for example, if they were basically doing an all for one type deal where they save people specifically to manipulate them later, then obviously they'd be going into the evil category. But absent of tells like that.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna read the description and we'll see where there's more actual information about the group at the addendum at the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, so. Description 049DE designates a record player of the modern TTS6-Jerry-Lee-BR model by the company ANA. 049 requires no power connection to function and has the shape of a suitcase. The words Cancus Cornelia Lilia were carved at the bottom of 049 using a sharp object. If a conventional record is inserted into 049, the object will play the record without side effects. However, a psychic effect develops when inserting a record. Whether the records have been anomalous from the beginning or 049 induces the anomalous property is often unclear. Compatible SCPs refers to records with trigger an anomalous effect while playing. So far, the only known way to recognize a compatible SCP is playing said object. But compatible SCPs receive their own SCP classifications due to their rarity, varying objects manufacturing techniques, and special categories. The Foundation branch could thus far secure redacted compatible SCPs. Compatible SCPs show no effort when played on an ordinary record player, but possesses an additional anomalous property in all cases. It is generally possible to play anomalous records, SCP redacted, data expunged via 049. Thanks. That was so helpful. Depending on the compatible SCP, the effect varies to some extent. Variation in effect ranges from the termination of vital signs of humans' different organs up to the development of hallucinations and delusions. That is a very big difference between the two things.
Yeah, that's
Either death or hallucinations. Hallucinations, delusions.
Hallution.
Shut up.
What the fuck is a hallucin?
I don't know. It's an animal. That is vastly different. It's either death or hallucination. In some cases, the victims start to sing, dance, and yell unintelligible words, but others suffer hallucinations, which can lead the victim into an unstable mental state. The effect on compatible objects seems to depend on the music played. Classical and stirring music has a more severe impact in most cases than, for example, rock or sad music. Security measures like the usage of earplugs or soundproof material were of no use. However, the effect decreases as the distance between 049 and a compatible SCP grows. After 50 meters, 049 has no longer an effect on human mind. 50 meters? That's huge.
Yeah.
Alright. Now we get back to where it's talked about again.
That's the approximate height of the wall type.
Damn. Alright, Addendum A/1. After a more precise external investigation, 049 and its original owner were found to be responsible for an incident within Site D812. The former owner of Lilia seems to be a member of the Caicus Cornelia Collective. A middle-aged woman with long hair and a suitcase-like object can be seen on the video recordings of Site D812. And a suitcase-like object was confirmed to have been 049. Furthermore, video recordings show the woman seemingly being supported by another anomalous individual who eliminated security staff in the guard room and thus remained undetected. Video recordings also showed how the woman placed 049 next to the intercom module within the guard room, opened 049 and placed a record inside. It's possible that this record is an anomalous object compatible with 049, and activated the intercom module. Shortly after music emitted by the record player was audible throughout the entire site, all employees at Site D12 who heard the music reported it of intense pain within the chest and abdominal region. Sometime later, every staff member who received the music through the intercom module died from multiple organ failure. Record player and 049 were left behind by the woman, recovered by an MTF unit, and secured. The way I see it, the collective is taking offense now. We have never experienced anything like this, as the Caicus Cornelia Collective has always behaved passively. So far, we only had a little knowledge about their methods, and given that they appear to change them now, I get a really bad feeling. I recommend the immediate armament of our MTF unit like chain. Dr. Brown. Okay, I will say this, they're way more murdery than the Serpent's Hand.
Yeah, that action alone, I think, bumps them from my my first designation of chaotic neutral back into chaotic evil.
Yeah.
That is a far too wide-ranging and reckless attack.
Yeah, because with the Serpent's Hand, at most, maybe kill maybe 1 or 2 people. Because they mainly just want to sneak in and sneak out. They're not going to try and murder.
like my first, the best example I can think of is there's a oh, now I'm forgetting the name of the group, but there's a right, the Animal Liberation Front, I think is what they're called. It's a vegan anarchist organization that is dedicated to going in and saving animals from either abusive situations or from slaughterhouses. And that group, fundamentally, on their own, I completely support them.
Yeah.
If their MO was go in and shoot every single person there and then grab the animals, I wouldn't support them any longer.
Right.
Like, there's a pretty notable difference between focusing all of your efforts on trying to save the abused to focusing any amount of those efforts on mass murder.
Yeah, and random person says it feels like saving is an afterthought. thought here.
Exactly, yeah. Like in this case, like the entire motivation of this attack was to just cause mass death among SCP Foundation personnel.
Yeah.
I agree.
Also, it doesn't
So
even
yeah.
clarify that SCPs are immune to this SCP. Which
Oh yeah,
means,
that's true.
yeah, so
That's true. That like okay, yeah. If your fucking liberation group is taking
Killing
actions
the
that could very
SCPs
easily
and the staff.
yeah,
yeah,
like if your
Might
liberation group is taking actions that could very easily kill the beings you're trying to liberate, your group isn't
you
worth
the
shit.
found
Go back to the drawing board. Sorry, go ahead, Fury.
what? Yeah, I just wanted to say that there's a lot of Foundation staff that actually have no involvement within SCPs. There are things like
Yeah,
janitors, laundry people, like cooks, and like people like that who have no knowledge of the SCPs, and like
yeah,
even they would have been killed. Like cafeteria person might be like cooking the food for like some random like guard and then suddenly dies.
yeah. Also, random person. Oh wait, no, it's not random person. It's Aderna. No, it's just locked in a locker. It's not put in a 50-meter by 50-meter squared room. But yeah, that. So yeah, we're just agreeing it's chaotic evil and moving on.
yeah. I tried to play devil's advocate, but that action alone is all I need to know.
Yeah, we thought it was like, oh, we got another Serpent's Hand group. Nope.